All Entertainment Network.
From Hollywood, it's everybody's game of strategy, knowledge, and fun. It's Tic-Tac-Toe. And now, here's our host, Wink Martindale.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. Welcome to our show. Delighted to have you with us and other great audiences. We're lucky we have nothing but good audiences here. Extremely good taste in what you want to watch here in this studio. Thank you for being with us, and thank you, too. Here's our current champion.
Our current champion, whose winnings total in cash and prizes, $5,450, is a former football coach who is now attending law school. Meet Bill Moon. And his opponent, she's an executive secretary for a medical clinic whose interests include running, cooking, and the Russian language. Meet Kathy Greenwald.
Kathy Greenwald, how'd you get interested in the Russian language?
I learned the Russian language when I was in the Army.
Whose Army?
Our Army,
Okay.
United States Army.
United States
I went
Army?
to the language school in Monterey.
And you learned the language there?
I did.
And it's not often that we get someone on this show who speaks Russian. I don't know. Maybe we've had one person in the past who could speak. Could you say a few words for us?
Sure, I'd be glad to. Let me think.
I'll do it slowly for example, see if I can repeat it.
Oh, okay. I want to think of something really appropriate. Я очень хочу играть в tic-tac-toe.
Say that again.
Я очень хочу играть в tic-tac-toe.
I can't repeat it, but I did recognize tic-tac-toe. Which I'm brilliant. I'm brilliant at. You notice how fast I picked that up. What does that mean?
That means I very much want to play tic-tac-toe.
Well, we very much want you to play, don't we? Huh? Good luck. Nice to have you with us, Kathy Greenwald. Bill Moon. Bill, you really look like an attorney today. You got the sincere suit on.
Got it out of the closet.
One of two things. You're either a very sincere banker or a very, very good attorney. Got it out of the sincere closet?
Right.
Bill Moon, former football coach, now going to law school. How many more years, how much longer before we hang up the shingle, and where is it going to be?
I have a year and a half before I complete law school at Pepperdine, and as to where, I probably want to organize myself right here in Southern California.
And what kind of law are you going to practice?
I'm leaning towards criminal law right now.
And you've won on Tic-Tac-Toe $5,450. Good luck. Let's play again.
Thank you.
Here we go. We got a champion and Greenwald. So let's take a look at our board now and see what categories you folks are going to have to deal with. We're building our questions around these subjects: football, clothes style, news of the 80s, television stars, general science, famous lovers, nicknames. You notice the jump-in category. Pick that one, and I'll read the question to both of you, and whoever pushes the buzzer gets the chance to answer the question. Take a letter. There they are, 9 subjects. Bill, if you'll begin, we're ready for you.
Well, there's a compulsory category up there for me, Wink, in the upper left-hand corner, football.
Yeah, I got to tell everybody that obviously you, having been a football coach, we had no idea that when those subjects were picked for this game that we'd have somebody that used to be in football on the show. But football is the subject. And Bill, here's your question. In 1982, UCLA decided to play their home football games in this well-known stadium in Pasadena. I want you to name it.
At the Rose Bowl in Pasadena.
That is correct. The Rose Bowl, Pasadena, California. Football gets the next. $200 in the pot. All righty, Kathy.
Oh, Wink.
Yes,
I'm
Kathy.
going to go for it. I'm going to go for the center square football, which is not my favorite
Don't
category.
tell me you're a former football coach, too.
No,
All
I
right,
don't
Kath.
look like one, do I?
Here you certainly don't. In his first, sit down, guys. In his first 9 years in the NFL, this famous running back set 10 league records. In 1973, he set the record for most yards gained in a season. He led the league in rushing 4 times. I want you to first name him, Kathy, and then name either of the 2 NFL teams for which he played. Think about it for a few seconds. In his first 9 years in the NFL, this famous running back set 10 league records. In 73, he set the record for most yards gained in a season, and he led the league in rushing 4 times. Kathy, name him.
Oh, I wish I could.
Take a guess.
But I just can't.
It's O.J. Simpson.
Oh.
O.J. Simpson, who used to play at the University of Southern California, went on to play for Buffalo. And also, he finished up his career playing for the San Francisco 49ers. So Buffalo Bills or 49ers would have been the correct answer for part 2. So we move the categories around. $200 in the pot. Bill, back to you. Select, please.
Let's go with general science in the bottom right, Wink.
All right. Here's your question on general science. Bill, These huge masses of ice, which can be as much as 10,000 feet thick, move slowly over the land, reshaping its features as they go. Their name comes from the Latin word for ice. Name them.
Glaciers, Wink.
Right. We have in mind glaciers, and you got it correct. Correctly answered. Put an X there in general science. We shuffle. Kathy, you need to know up there somewhere. $400 in the pot.
Okay, I'm back in the center for a block.
TV
TV
stars?
stars.
In the center for a diagonal block. Take a look at this picture, Kathy. Here are the stars of one of television's most popular sitcoms. First, name the sitcom, and then name any one of the actors. I'll give you a few seconds to study the picture. Three stars of one of television's most popular sitcoms, Kathy. Name the situation comedy.
Three's Company.
Right. Name any one of the three actors. Oh, Kathy. John Ritter, Priscilla Barnes, or Joyce DeWitt. Any one of those three would have given you that center box for a diagonal block. Still 2 X's on the board. In the pot, $400. What's going to happen? Anything can still happen. We'll find out what when we come back in a moment.
Introduce your carpet to a fresh new day, the Arm & Hammer way.
Arm & Hammer Carpet Deodorizer penetrates to destroy deep down odors, keeps it fresh down here so it stays fresh up here, and leaves a light, clean fragrance.
Keep your carpet fresh, the Arm & Hammer way.
Great food.
It's for the party. And a fresh box of Arm & Hammer baking soda keeps everything fresh. And the calendar reminds us to change every 3 months. Isn't it time for a fresh box?
Don Johnson and Barbra Streisand will wed in September. Inquire within.
We've got what you want, the way that you want it. Inquire within.
Terrified of murder, Jimmy Swaggart hires armed bodyguards.
Inquire within.
Michael Douglas and wife to divorce after Oscars.
18 million people waiting for a death or a grin. 'Cause we've got what you want, the way that you want it. Inquire within.
If you think you've heard all the news about aspirin, think again. Today, there's an even better aspirin formula, Anacin. Clinical tests show that Anacin relieves headache pain better than regular strength aspirin.
Anacin, a better aspirin formula.
Architectural Digest gives you entry into the world's most celebrated homes. Now get 12 issues of Architectural Digest for just $29.95. That's $24 off the newsstand price, a saving of almost 45%. Call 1-800-USA-1000.
Tired of the same old routine? Feel that life's a bore? Well, make life a beach. Join USA and the California Raisins for a luau of a contest. Tune in to USA's primetime movie, March 7th through April 2nd, for details on how to enter Fun in the Sun with the California Raisins. The grand prize winner gets a trip for 4 to the Fun in the Sun destination of their choice anywhere in the USA. Plus, 1,000 runners-up win a California Raisins beach towel. It's Fun in the Sun with the California Raisins, only on USA. Surf's up, dudes.
A food critic bites off more than he can chew.
That backwoods butterball is not getting the best of me.
On the next Alfred Hitchcock presents Saturday.
Back to the game of tic-tac-toe between Bill and Kathy. We shuffle the categories. Bill, your turn. Another round, $400 in the pot. Select.
Well, the 2 categories I've already taken are in the best position, but we'll go with football, Wink.
Okay, football, top right corner of the board. Here's your question, Bill. In 1982, football coach Bear Bryant accomplished his 315th coaching victory, making him the winningest coach in college football history. Name the Southern University where Bryant accomplished this feat.
He coached at Alabama.
Right, the University of Alabama. Football. Get the next. 3 X's, no O's on the board. Let's shuffle again. All right, Kathy.
Well, he's got me coming and going. Let's see, I'll try to take a letter for a vertical block.
Okay, for a vertical block, Kathy, answer this. Your letter is P. P. This word describes a person who journeys a long distance to some sacred place as an act of devotion. It's also used to describe a certain type of early American settler. For a vertical block, name it.
A pilgrim.
Yes, pilgrim is the answer. The letter P. Pilgrim the word. Take the letter, get to the O for a vertical block. We shuffle again. $800 in the pot. Okay, Bill.
Wink, we'll go with the jump-in category.
Okay, the jump-in category for a horizontal block up there. Now, I'll read this jump-in question to both of you. Whoever buzzes in first gets the chance to answer the question. Get it right, Bill, and you will have tic-tac-dough $1,000 in cash added to your prior winnings. That would give you $6,450. Kathy, if you buzz first and answer the question correctly, you will have a successful horizontal block. This is the question. Both of you put your hands on the buzzers. In 1976, these two funny men, Bill. I'm
Laurel
sorry.
and Hardy.
No, Laurel and Hardy is not the answer. I'm sorry, you did hit the buzzer, and so it did go off. So I will ask Kathy to answer the question. Kathy, if you answer this correctly, you will have a block horizontally. In 1976, these two funny men teamed up for the film Silver Streak. That film was such a hit that in 1980, they teamed up again to star in the film Stir Crazy. One of them is Richard Pryor. For a block, name the other.
Gene Wilder.
You have the block. So we put an O there, 4 boxes remain, and we shuffle the categories around. And Kathy, it is your turn. Select, please.
Okay, I will take famous lovers in the lower left-hand corner.
Okay, here's your question, Kathy. This 16th century British king had 6 wives, including Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, and Jane Seymour. Name him.
Well, for what it's worth, Henry VIII.
That is correct. Famous lovers. Put an O there, and 3 boxes left on the board. We shuffle again. In the pot, $1,200. Bill, your turn.
Well, I just dodged a bullet. We'll go with the middle category, nicknames.
Bill, if you answer the question correctly on nicknames, you'll have tic-tac-dough. You'll pick up $1,500 in cash. Added to your prior winnings, you'd have a total then of $6,950. I'll give you the nicknames of 2 states known for their beautiful forests, and you name them. This northwestern state is known as the Evergreen State. It's also the only state named for a president. This New England state is nicknamed the Pine Tree State. It's also the only state with a 1-syllable name. Think about those for a few seconds. Bill, this northwestern state is known as the Evergreen State. It's also the only state named for a president. What is it?
That's Washington, Wink.
That's correct. Now answer this question correctly, part 2 of the question, and you'll have $6,950. This New England state is nicknamed the Pine Tree State. It is also the only state with a 1-syllable name.
Vermont.
No, that's 2 syllables.
I know
Bill.
that.
Try M-A-I-N-E. Maine.
Well, it's been a good time.
One of our most northernmost New England states. So, Kathy, saved by the state of Maine. Don't forget that now. Go to Maine sometime and enjoy yourself. 3 boxes left. We shuffle the categories. $1,200 in the pot. Kathy, select.
This time I will go for the center. Closed style to block.
I will let that happen twice. All right, Kathy, for a diagonal block, I'll describe 2 types of women's foundation garments which were once common, and you name them. First, this type of close-fitting inner garment was stiffened with whalebone and was tightened by lacing. Secondly, this type of cushion or framework was worn under the back of a dress to show the dress's full cut. Think about those for a few seconds. Kathy, 2 types of women's foundation garments. This type of close-fitting inner garment was stiffened with whalebone and was tightened by lacing.
A corset?
Yes. This type of cushion or framework was worn under the back of a dress to show the dress's full cut. Answer that, and you'll have a diagonal block.
A bustle?
You got it. That's it. And you have the block. In closed style, we place an O. We're down to 2 boxes on the board. $1,500 in the pot, and we shuffle. Bill?
Now the shoe's on the other foot. We'll go with general science.
First time you've had to be on the defensive, I believe, in this whole game. Bill, for a block, stratus, cirrus, and cumulus are all forms of this meteorological phenomenon. For a block, name it.
Clouds.
Right, clouds. The answer. Good for a block, and we place an X there. And we're down to 1 box, $1,700 in the pot. Kathy, it's going to be yours. Let's see what it is. The subject is TV stars. Answer this correctly, Kathy, and you will have tic-tac-dough vertically. That would give you $1,900 in cash and the championship. Take a look at this picture. Here are 3 of the stars of a popular dramatic series which was based on a hit movie. For tic-tac-dough and $1,900, name the series.
Fame.
You win.
football too many times.
I got to tell you, that is one of the most unusual games of tic-tac-toe I have ever seen in my life, and I have seen a few games on this show. Kathy had a chance to block diagonally. She went for the bottom left corner of the board, and that could have been her undoing, but then Bill turned around and missed the center box, and so Kathy had another chance, and you didn't waste it, Kathy. You came out winners, picked up $1,900, and you become our new champion, and I once again congratulate you. They may call that backing in, but you won anyway. Bill, you've been a good champion, and you leave us with $5,450, and my very best to you in your career of law.
Thank you very much, Wayne.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Dad, where does bologna come from?
Where does bologna come from? Well, let's see. Looks to me like Oscar Mayer bologna comes from beef and pork, some curing, seasoning, and water.
Is that all?
Yeah. No other stuff like colorings or filler? That's it?
So bologna comes from Oscar Mayer.
I guess anything this good couldn't come from anywhere else.
If your bowl gets nasty, this Sanaflush granular. It's so effective it even removes rust, and it destroys household germs. Sanaflush granular. It takes the beast out of your bowl.
I'm Robert Klein, and my next show is going to be super. We have super comedian Kathy Ladman, super stuntman, super Dave Osborne, and the very, very super Alan King.
Did you know that my name used to be Klein?
Robert Klein time, Sunday at 10, 9 Central on USA.
One way to find a job is to look in publications. Lots of publications.
Any luck?
Well, I've got newspapers, magazines, trade papers,
Find anything yet?
newsletters, phone books, you name it.
There's a better way to find a better job.
Honey, look at this.
The National Business Employment Weekly.
It's published by the Wall Street Journal. It lists hundreds of high-paying jobs all across the country.
Now, what about managerial jobs?
Managerial, professional, technical, sales like mine. It even has articles on interviewing, writing a better resume, and how to succeed once you get the job.
What am I doing with all of these now that I have the National Business Employment Weekly?
Pick up the National Business Employment Weekly at a newsstand or call 800-351-1500 and receive 8 issues by first-class mail for only $35. 800-351-1500. The National Business Employment Weekly.
Don't make a career move without it.
Some of our departing contestants will receive Chapstick is the leading lip balm that seals your lips against chapping, drying, and cracking in any weather, any time of year. Chapstick even has a sunscreen. Also rent the Rug Doctor for professional results at a fraction of the cost. The vibrating brush removes deep down dirt. Rug Doctor is steaming matted dirt. Plus infants only, toddlers only, boys only, girls only. Dress your child the only way in smart-looking styles designed for kids only. Once again, here's Wink.
Kathy Greenwald said during that break, have you ever seen anybody miss as many questions as I did and still be here as the champion? I said, not too often. But Kathy, luck was with you, and let's see if it stays with you as you play the dragon. Come on over. How you got here? You got here. So welcome, welcome. Here we go. Behind these numbers are various amounts of money, a tick tack, and as always... Oh, get out of here. Reach $1,000 or more, get the tick and the tack, and here is what you're going to win. Listen. Kathy, you'll find life will be easier with a push of a button when you have these gifts. First, Kathy, preparing gourmet meals is as easy as pushing a button when that button sets off your microwave oven. For the broadest range in cooking, a Gibson microwave oven featuring touch master control and Tempest sensor cooking probe for quick defrosting to complete meals quickly and efficiently. Then don't worry about phone calls disturbing you. Just push the automatic pickup button on your telephone answering machine. Record a Call remote 575 telephone answering system plays back your messages from anywhere in the world with a push of a button. Features call screening and rings adjust from Record a Call. And finally, Kathy, record your favorite TV programs with the push of a button on this gift worth over $1,400. It's a home video recorder. From Akai Video, a state-of-the-art stereophonic home video unit with VHS format featuring 4 heads for optimum performance at all speeds. Akai, known the world over for fine home entertainment products. This push-of-a-button package is worth in cash and prizes over $3,250. Anything in that package you want?
Oh, I want it all.
All right, avoid the dragon. You lose it all. Get the tick in the tag, and you automatically get the dough. Let's move them around. Cover them up. Anybody in the audience representing little old you?
No, I'm all by myself. She needs some help.
all by herself. She needs some help, so give her some help.
Okay. I think I'll go with the center, 5.
All right, number 5. Somebody says 5. Several people say 5. Maybe they know more than we do, Kathy. $400 worth. Yeah, all right. A lot of 3s. All right, from 5 to 3. To add to $400 with tips. To attack a 6 now. 2. Numero 2. All right, let's look at 2 to go with $400. 100. 500 more attack. And you got the prize package. Numero 1. Number 1. Lining them up horizontally. Taking care of the top row. Another 250. So you need packing $250.
Okay.
250 more.
I'll take 7.
Number 7 for $250 or tax to give her the prizes. She's won them. Yes, yes, yes. I congratulate you, mademoiselle. Let's look at the rest of the board. Kathy, had you called out number 6, the dragon would have caught you. Cold-handed. You have, for your little sale, including the prize package, a total of $5,400 cash and merchandise. Good beginning. And although it took some luck to get to this point, maybe things will turn out even better for you the next game. Go over there, Kathy, and let's see who has the audacity to come out here and take on this lucky lady.
He's an efficiency expert whose interests include the movies, snorkeling, and camping. Meet Sam Coco.
Sam, say hello to Kathy there. She holds out her pretty hand to shake hands. I guess every office in the world has had at some time or other an efficiency expert show up to see what's wrong. How come we can't be more efficient in this office? We've had them come by the show here, as a matter of fact. We always run them off. Sam, tell me a little bit about being an efficiency expert.
Well, Wink, I work for a large food manufacturing company that's international, and I travel around to their different locations around the world and just try to make suggestions to help them make more money.
Where do you travel?
You name it, I've probably been there. Europe, Africa, Asia, just about the only place I haven't been is the South Pole.
For a guy who has traveled almost everywhere, where's your favorite place to travel? Where do you like to go?
Well, I really like them all. Europe is great for sightseeing and shopping. Asia is good because the way they live is so different from us. But my favorite place, really, honestly, is right here in the USA.
Well, hey, that's nice. I'll go along with that. As long as we have you right here for tic-tac-toe, and while we got you cornered, let's play a little game of the show, okay?
Sounds good.
Kathy, Sam, take a look at the subjects. You're dealing with numero 1, young stars, maps of states, opera, country music, villains, heroes. Opponent's choice. If you select that category, your opponent will get to decide the subject of the question you'll face. Famous couples, there they are. Kathy?
I think I'll go with the center, country music.
Okay, here's your question, Kathy, a two-parter. Many country stars have unusual nicknames. I'll give you the nicknames of a couple of country artists, and you name them. First, the artist whose nickname is the Silver Fox and whose hits include The Most Beautiful Girl. Secondly, the artist whose nickname is the Tennessee Plowboy and whose hits include Make the World Go Away. Give you a few seconds to think about those two answers before you give them to me. A couple of nicknames of a couple of country superstars. The artist whose nickname is the Silver Fox and whose hits include The Most Beautiful Girl.
Daniels?
No, it's Charlie Rich. Charlie Rich, your old war buddy from Memphis, Tennessee. And the artist whose nickname is the Tennessee Plowboy and whose hits include Make the Girl... No, Make the Girl Go Away. Make the World Go Away. You know who that is, anybody? Eddie Arnold. Very good. The producer got it. Give you $50 later for that one, Alan. Let's move the categories around. Sam, it's your turn to make your first selection. Where's it going to be?
Wink, let's try opera in the center.
In the center again, this time on opera. Although this Austrian composer is known as the Waltz King, he wrote several operas. One of those operas has a title which means the bat in German. First, name the composer, and then name the opera. Think about it for a few seconds. Sam, this Austrian composer is always known as the Waltz King. He wrote several operas, and one of the operas has a title which means the bat in German. First, name the composer.
Strauss.
Right. Name the opera.
Die Fledermaus.
That is correct. Or Die Fledermaus. And opera gets an O. We put $300 in the pot, and we'll come back in just a moment.
Stay tuned for a special offer from Players Club.
All right, I admit it. I love the good life, the excitement, and I love VIP treatment. So you come here, take a look. This Players Club card saves you big at some of the finest resorts in the world. So you listen to Telly. The Players Club card works at Atlantic City, Las Vegas, Reno, Lake Tahoe, the Caribbean, even on cruise ships. It puts you where the action is. Now, look, we're not talking nickels and dimes. Players Club saves you important money. Let's see. And there are no strings attached. You can stay in one hotel, see a show in another, and dine in still another.
My wife and I spent the weekend in Atlantic City, and we saved over $200.
Mary and I went on our first cruise. We had a great time and saved money thanks to Players Club.
An insider newsletter with special deals on parties, sporting events, cruises. The fun never stops. You want superstar treatment? Well, who doesn't? As a member of the Players Club, you can kiss those long registration and show lines goodbye.
We got right in on the VIP line and saved $30 in tickets.
Vegas was great. We stayed at the Aladdin, ate at the Nugget, and saw a terrific show at the Riviera.
I just spent 10 days in the Bahamas. Players Club saved me a fortune.
Atlantic City, Las Vegas, Reno, Lake Tahoe, the Caribbean. Let Players Club put you where the action is.
This is the only card you can carry that will save you money. And now we'll save you even more. Call now and find out how you can get 2 free room nights in Atlantic City or Las Vegas when you use our Super Saver airfares. This saves you more than the cost of your membership. Take advantage of our special offer. Call now.
Players Club makes saving money easy.
Call now for free information with no obligation.
You are going to love me.
From Breaker Moran to The Equalizer, the versatile Edward Woodward on the next cover story. Sunday at 9.
Some people say deflate a mouse. My answer card said deflate a mouse. It probably doesn't matter.
Well, I don't speak German, so it was my best.
Some people say tomatoes, some people say tomatoes, some people say potatoes, some people say potatoes.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Some people can't remember the answers.
That's right. I'm glad you said that. $5,400 you've won so far, and that ain't bad. See y'all next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Guest offered special guests of Tic-Tac-Toe include La Phone's telephone answering system with dual cassette, voice-activated control, message counter, and remote beeper. Cordless phone with up to 600-foot range. Last number redial and intercom from Unical. Some of our departing contestants will receive Chewy's, the unique beef-hide treat that's good for your dog. Chewy's is high in protein, low in fat. Chewy's also helps keep teeth clean. Also, Sparkling Extra Dry Champagne is in a class by itself. Bold and daring, very mellow. Champagne taste without the champagne price. Sparkling Extra Dry Champagne from Iroquois brands. Plus, if you want beautiful hair, use Salon Formula Jerry Redding Milk and Honey Shampoo. Designed to keep your hair soft and silky. Jerry Redding from the salon to you. Tic-Tac-Toe is a Jack Barry and Dan Enright production.